Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How is everyone doing today? So we have reached the end of February. So I am just going to basically just do a video recapping everything that I picked up during February. Some of it is new release stuff that came out. Some of it is just stuff that I picked up that I got at a good price or during sales, stuff like that. There might even be, I think there's a few thrift store items in there. So I decided it'd be kind of fun just to try to do it every month and just see, just to recap what movies I'm picking up. Now, I think this is everything that I got, but who knows? Who knows? I got a lot of stuff in February, so, yeah, I got a lot of stuff to go over. I'm not going to really talk too much about it. I'll just kind of say whether I liked it or not, if I've seen it yet or not. And yeah, and we'll just kind of go through and just do kind of a quick little recap. So first up is going to be one that I featured, I believe it was my last video. I think it was my Scream Factory pickups. So I'm just going to start with those. Like I said, I already went through them. So there's no reason to really delve too deep into them. But we'll just kind of go through them one by one real quick here. And the first one I picked up was Ghost Ship. I saw this a lot when I was younger, but I haven't seen it in a long time, so I don't really remember it. Next up is Zack Snyder's remake of Dawn of the Dead, which I mentioned in my last video. I was very surprised that I got a slipcover and very happy about the fact that I got a slipcover with this. This is a really good remake. I look forward to rewatching this again soon. It's been a while. Next up was 13 Ghosts. Never seen it. Don't really know anything about it. I just like the artwork and got it for a cheap price. I thought I'd check it out. The Autopsy of Jane Doe is another one I haven't seen yet either. I just got most of these titles just recently. Heard it's very creepy. I look forward to checking this out as well. Next up is Dog Soldiers. I haven't seen this one yet either. I don't think I've really seen any of these movies I got from the Scream Factory sale. Most of them were blind buys. It's a werewolf movie, I believe. I look forward to seeing this. Next up, then, we had Night of the Comet, which I believe is a zombie movie. Never seen it. Look forward to seeing it. Next is one that I've had on Blu-ray or on DVD forever and upgraded during this last sale, and that is Giorgio Romero's Day of the Dead. This movie is fantastic. If you've never seen it, I highly recommend it. Then the next up is The Sentinel. Don't know much about it. Heard it's creepy. I look forward to seeing it. And then I think this was the last thing I got from that sale is Return of the Living Dead Part 2. I've seen Part 1, but never seen Part 2. I love the artwork on here. I love zombies. I definitely look forward to watching this. All right, guys, continuing on with the Scream Factory. These are all three titles that came out this month. And the first one was Alligator. I watched this the other night. This was really good. It was surprisingly really good. I have not seen this one yet, but I did pick up Alligator 2, The Mutation. I look forward to watching this. I'm assuming this is going to be far sillier. And that was a big thing. That was a big surprise with this. Is I was expecting just like a silly movie. And it was far more serious than I thought it was going to be. It really wasn't goofy. It's like they were really trying to make like a scary alligator movie. That was a big surprise. I thought for sure this was just going to be some goofy movie. And it really wasn't. They tried to make it fairly serious. Let me know, too, guys, if there's any of these movies that you want me to do reviews on, because I will. Spoiler. This looks so good in 4K. Scream Factory knocked it out of the park again. And then next, I have not watched yet, but I've seen it. And I look forward to watching it in 4K. And that is The Howling on 4K. And so that wraps up the three, I believe the only three Scream Factory titles that I got that were new releases. These next ones are all steelbooks. And the next steelbook, this one came out a while ago. This didn't come out in February, but it was finally a cheap price at Target. And it's the, two of these are the Lionsgate exclusive with Slip, and that's the movie Wonder, Never seen it before. Has Owen Wilson in it. Looked kind of interesting. The price dropped down. I think it was like $12 from $20. So I snagged it. Next up is La La Land from Lionsgate. This movie is fantastic. I have not seen it in 4K. I'm sure it looks phenomenal, though. It looked great when I decided in Blu-ray. And this was one of the coolest Lionsgate releases so far this year. And I have one other one, actually. Let's throw it right here. Forgot to grab it. And then this one just came out last week, maybe. And this was the newest Lionsgate, and that's the Hurt Locker. So this is the newest Lionsgate slipcover steelbook. Hurt Locker. I've not watched it yet. I've seen it. I just haven't watched it since I bought it yet. This movie is quite good. This one is a steelbook, but it was not a Lionsgate. But I just heard it was cool. I saw the trailer. It looked cool. The animation looked cool. And I heard it looks good in 4K. And that is the steelbook of The Spine of Night, which was a Shudder exclusive, I believe. Yep, Shudder exclusive. So I saw the trailer. It looked very interesting. So I definitely look forward to checking that out. Next up was one I just got in the mail the other day. I've seen it before. It's probably one of my all-time favorite DC animated movies. And it just came out in 4K. It was between $23 and $26 in the store. I found somebody on eBay selling it with the slipcover, factory sealed, free shipping for $14, so I had to snag it. Because it's only like an hour long. I wasn't going to spend a ridiculous amount of money on it. But $14 I'd spend. And I watched this last night. It looks great in 4K. And that is DC Universe's Batman Year One. I love that slip, too. That artwork is fantastic. But yeah, this is definitely a cool one. I like this one a lot. Next up is a label that's brand new to me. I just started getting them this month, and I've been a huge fan of the ones I've watched. And that is the Warner Archive Collection. So I got 9 titles from Warner Archive this month. And the first one is Gaslight, which I have not seen, but I heard it's kind of like a thriller. This is the newest one I got. I just got this the other day, and that's Spencer Tracy in Fury. I think it's just like a film noir. I've not seen it yet. This was the very first Warner Archive I bought, and that's another Spencer Tracy movie. That's Bad Day at Black Rock. This movie was fantastic. I loved it. It was so good. It was just the whole time you're trying to figure out, like, what's going on with this town? Why do these people not want this guy in their town? I mean, it just starts off right away. I can't recommend this enough. This movie is fantastic. Next up is an early Ron Howard film with Henry Winkler and, oh my gosh, what is his name? Michael Keaton. I couldn't remember his name for a second. Oh, and I believe Shelley Long. And Shelley Long is in this. And that's Night Shift. They basically work at a mortuary, or they work at a mortuary, like a funeral home, and they turn it into a prostitution ring. This movie was okay. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more, but it was okay. Still kind of fun. 80s good time. Next up is a Alien movie starring Kyle MacLachlan. And this movie was a big surprise. This movie was quite good. And that is The Hidden. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was a very cool movie. Next up was a Margaret Sullivan and James Stewart movie, and I've heard so many good things about it, and that's The Shop Around the Corner. I enjoyed this movie tremendously. This movie was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend it. Next movie, we got Gene Hackman playing a private investigator in Night Moves. This movie was okay. It wasn't great, but it wasn't terrible. It's a little slow. It was okay, though. It was worth a watch. Then next up, we got Humphrey Bogard and Lauren Bacall in The Big Sleep. I'd seen this movie once before, years and years ago, and I didn't really remember anything about it. This movie is fantastic. It has to do with Private Investigator. It has to do with like the Philip Marlowe stories. If you've ever seen any, like The Long Goodbye is also a Philip Marlowe movie. And there's a few other ones too, and I can't remember off the top of my head. But The Long Goodbye and this one are two that I can think of right now. This movie is fantastic. And as long as I have it just right here, I'll just show you. Right here. So it's a Robert Altman film. So this is also, a Philip Marlowe, The Long Goodbye. This movie's fantastic as well. As long as we're talking about private investigator type movies. And then the last one from the Warner Archive collection is another Humphrey Bogard, Edward G. Robinson, and Lauren Bacall film, and that is Key Largo. This movie is absolutely fantastic as well. They're basically held up in this like hotel in Key Largo, and it's the two owners, Humphrey Bogard, and then some gangsters, and they're hiding out in this hotel while a hurricane is basically taking over. It's a very intense movie. It's very, very good. All right, guys, the next 4 movies are ones that I featured just recently too when I went thrift store hunting, and I picked up a few movies, and I got Bad Boys on Blu-ray. Like I said, I think I've seen this, but it's been a long time. I don't remember anything about it. Then I picked up The Day After Tomorrow because I was kind of feeling just kind of a dumb, kind of end of the world, like post-apocalyptic kind of, weather type movie. And I remember it being kind of dumb when I saw it when I was younger, but I also remember kind of liking it. So it was pretty cheap, so I picked that up. Next up was Oliver Stone's W. I thought this was really good. I've seen this a couple of times, and for the price that I paid for it, I think it was $3. I was like, I had to put this in the collection. This movie is very good. And then lastly, that I picked up from my thrifting is a movie from my childhood that I mentioned in there that it's always in crappy condition when I find it, and I finally found a good one, which I did watch. And the couple of light scratches did not affect the playback. It played perfectly fine. But that is Sesame Street Presents Follow That Bird. This movie's a lot of fun. Even as an adult, I mean, if you were watching it for the first time as an adult, I don't know how well you'd like it, but the fact that I watched it so much as a kid, just when I watched it the other night, it was so nostalgic. I remembered all the songs. I remembered all the scenes. This was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed watching this. Next up is a movie that I don't think came out this month, but they had it on sale and I wanted to see it. I've heard good things about it. I've heard Kristen Stewart's performance is phenomenal. And I got it with a slipcover that was in pretty good condition. So that's Spencer. I still have not checked this out yet. I've heard it's very good. I definitely look forward to watching it. But like I said, I don't think this one came out this month. I think this was last month or even the month before. But I found it for a good price, so I picked it up. The next one, this didn't come out this month, but it was Groundhog's Day. So I've never seen it in 4K, didn't own it. So of course I had to pick up Bill Murray in Groundhog's Day so that I could watch it on Groundhog's Day, which it didn't show up in enough time, so I didn't end up watching it till like 2 days after Groundhog's Day. But it was still a blast. This movie is fantastic. If you've never seen it, do yourself a favor. Even if it's not Groundhog's Day, you can really watch this movie any time of year, and it's still extremely enjoyable. Definitely check out Groundhog Day. Oops, it fell. The next 6, I think I got 6 left. I think these were all releases that came out this month, I'm pretty sure. And first up is an early Coen Brothers movie put out by the Criterion Collection, and that's Miller's Crossing. It's about like prohibition, gangsters. If you've never seen this, this is an extremely, extremely underrated Coen Brothers film. Very, very good. I highly recommend it. Next up, this just came out, I want to say, last week, and that is Ridley Scott's The House of Gucci. This movie was okay. It wasn't fantastic. It was a little long. It had some pacing issues. There was actually a few parts, too, where some of the music he chose, I thought, like, didn't really fit very well. But otherwise, it was still a very interesting story and definitely worth at least a watch. Next up was a movie that got, I believe, a 4K steel release. I want to say sometime last year. And it just kind of sold out right away or just all of a sudden wasn't available. Well, they re-released it. And I believe it came out in February. This is a movie I remember seeing like 4 times in the theater. I loved it. And I haven't seen it in a long time, and I look forward to seeing it in 4K. And that is Cameron Crowe's Almost Famous. And I love that slipcover. It is just a very, very, very cool slipcover. I like it a lot. So I look forward to rewatching that. Next up is the Spider-Man Trilogy on 4K. Once again, I think this was another one that came out this month. And I complained in the video about how I didn't like how they stacked the discs. But what can you do? I've seen these movies. I haven't seen it on 4K yet. So, I don't know. I got Friday and Saturday off this week. So, I might spend one of those nights doing a Spider-Man Trilogy and checking them out on 4K. Like I said, I don't really care if they stack the discs as long as they look good, I guess. But the thing that sucks too is you don't really get any bonus features. So, I would wait to buy this till the price goes down because you don't get much. Next up is Looper. I've only seen Looper once. I thought it was very good when I saw it in the theater. I don't really remember it. And it was pretty cheap on 4K. I want to say it was like $20 with no slip. Some people got slipped, some people didn't. I, unfortunately, was one of the people that didn't get a slip. It would have been nice to get it, but I don't know. It's not a deal breaker. It's not that big a deal. Okay, let's see. All right, guys, we got one left. And this was my most anticipated release of the year. This came out right at the beginning of February. And I really haven't even had time to delve into it yet. And that is this Ghostbusters Ultimate Collection. Looks like a steel book. Or not like a steel book. It looks like a ghost trap. Oh, let me see Tail. Ellie's here. She's a fan of Ghostbusters too. You want to say hi? Want to say hi? Say hi. No, you're not looking down? Okay. All right. If you're going to stay there, you gotta sit down. So, yeah. So, Ghostbusters. This set is awesome. I haven't delved into it, but there are so many bonus features. I definitely look forward to delving into this. I have a full unboxing of this on my channel if you want to check it out. So, there you go. All right, guys. Well, that's the February pickups. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know you guys like what I'm doing. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye. By the way, mention down below in the comments, what did you guys pick up? Did you pick anything up? Did you pick up a bunch of stuff? Is there stuff that came out that I didn't pick up that I probably should? Let me know. Comments down below. Let's talk about it. I love talking about this. I'll see you guys later. Bye.